It's another edition of ciSports, and joining me today is Fighting Illini's men's basketball assistant coach, Tim Anderson, Coach Anderson, or to some, TA. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Would it be accurate for me to say that you have a heart for the community?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you know, where we come from, that's really important for me to be able to continue to stay there. Like, for me, I never wanted to make it out the hood. I always wanted to make the hood a better place. And, you know, people that look like us, and just to get a voiceless a voice. And for me, you know, that's really important. That's a part of my purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what is the difference between community and family, in your opinion?
I really don't think it's as different. You know, if you go your immediate family, you know, that's your, you know, responsibility. But for me, I know my purpose. So my purpose in life is to make everyone or whoever I touch be a better version of themselves, or be happy, or to be in a better place, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 years, or 10 years. And that's what I really live by. And, you know, a lot of people say that, and, you know, you can get into the religious piece and all that. Of course, I believe in God. But, you know, I know my purpose. My purpose is to whoever I touch to make them better than they were before I came in contact with them.
At what point did you discover your purpose here on earth?
It's crazy because you continue to find things, and when you're younger, you see a lot of things that you have to unlearn. Our community, you know, normalizes a lot of things that's not normal, and you know, not to say, you know, any other community is good or bad or whatever, but just for an example, you know, it's not a lot of kids that's in non-black communities or non-Hispanic communities getting killed at 13, 14 years old via gun violence. If you go to the white community or the Caucasian community, they really don't get killed at 13, 14 years old, but we normalize that. You know, if Lil Joe get killed, everybody get a T-shirt and go to the funeral. That's not normal,
right?
You know, and where I came from, you know, the community embraced the gangbangers more than they embraced the guys that was, you know, doing the educational things and leading. So for me, I was confused when I was younger. So I'll go to school, and, you know, my granny used to always say, you got to go to school, you got to make some of yourself. But the teachers wasn't happy with their jobs, and the guys that was in the community was making more money than the teachers. Mm-hmm. So I'm confused, Granny. You know, why do I want to go to school and I can stay here and make money? But, you know, so many things that you have to unlearn. And again, you know, for me, the piece is just continuing to grow and evolve and be able to help, and then give the people that don't have a voice, give them a voice.
If you weren't coaching and had the time to give to the community like you desire, what would that look like? So
I'm in the process of opening up a trade school. You know, I don't feel like college is for everybody, and here's my thinking with that. You can graduate from college and you can, you know, go into take a class 8 months and become an engineer, or work for People's Gas, or ComEd, or truck driving. There's so many different things you can complete, and you can come out when you're 18, 17 years old and making $80,000. For me, and it's crazy because this is something else that we have to, you know, to understand in our community. Kids can't see doing 4 years of college, but they can go do something crazy and they'll be in jail for 40 years. Mm. So now, I'm not giving them a pass, but I'm giving them an outlet to have choices, you know. So we'll have 12 different disciplines. We'll have disciplines for females, for males, and then, you know, you'll figure it out. You got hair, nails, engineering, construction, a lot of different things like that, truck driving. So some things that you can come out and you can make a lot of money from doing, and then you can put yourself in a position to have a trade. And if you want to go back to school, you go back to school. But now, you know, you're in a position to make money and be a leader. So that's important for me, that piece. And that's what I struggle with, because I need to have 10 toes on the ground to do that. And I think I'm, you know, doing an okay job being able to impact people and help people, but I know my purpose is way bigger than just being a coach. And again, you know, the craziest thing, everybody in the neighborhood roots for me, roots for the U of I when they see me, because it gives them validation. And it feels good. But for me, you know, I want to do more.